Hey there, friends and enemies, JoPa here again, and I want to talk about my favorite Solar Titan build for PvP in Destiny 2 right now. It's a lot of fun. It's even better than it was, and it was already pretty disgusting, but I don't see a ton of people running it, so I just wanted to share what I'm rocking. Now, PvP purists, you're probably going to want to look away. This is not going to be for you, I would imagine, and I'm going to explain why. One, I am rocking Peregrine Greaves with the Hammer Strike, and it's disgusting. Not enough people are using it, but it's very good. I still will always want to do my one-hit kill melee as much as possible, and I know people hate me for it, call me low skill. I don't care. It's fun. That's what this build is all about, is the fun factor while still being effective. So I'm pairing this with my Devil's Rune as well. This weapon is underrated, especially if you can make yourself radiant. It works very, very well, and I highly recommend trying it out if you're in an aggressive build where you're constantly engaging fights, because not only with the regular shots, but also the laser especially, can melt something like the Immortal, Ichlos, SMG, or Terba before they can kill you. So if you're running up against somebody who's killing you constantly, use the Devil's Rune, especially its laser ability, in order to take them out before they take you out. So that's just personal preference, but this is one that I really like using, and it works out very well. My other weapons don't really matter. I was using a Raconteur bow because I just got it crafted. In some of the gameplay, I was also rocking a bow the entire time, but just mixing up which one I was using. The reason being, I don't like to use special ammo with this build because I am rushing into danger a lot. I don't want to feed my enemies special ammo, and that's unfortunately what will happen if I am rocking a special weapon. So personal preference, but just a way to keep like shotgunners from having unlimited ammo essentially. I'm also rocking Roar of the Bear, but heavy weapons don't really matter as much in PvP. As far as my abilities go, I do have Hammer Strike and then Firebolt Grenades with the seasonal artifact perks, Rain of Firebolts, Flare Up, and Solar Surge. You're just going to get fire sprites created, armor charges, infinite grenades. It feels like you can kind of spam them because you start with 2. It just works out very well. It's better on the Solar Warlock because of their aspect that buffs their grenade. But even on the Titan, it's still very good. Especially if you shoulder charge, you get a kill, get the explosion. Don't kill somebody, but then you drop a grenade at your feet, and you're going to be able to finish them off, create fire sprites, all that kind of good stuff. And it's a nice little gameplay loop. You can also just shoulder charge and use your Devil's Rune, but it's just whatever you think is best for that situation. I'm rocking Roaring Flames and Soul Invictus. Essentially, I'm creating sunspots which heal me, which is very, very nice. They apply Scorch and deal damage to targets inside. You see that in the beginning of the video where I kill somebody, get a couple kills actually, and then the last person runs through my fire and dies. It's really, really funny loop there. Then Roaring Flames is nice because Final Blows with solar abilities or ignitions increase the damage of your solar abilities. So essentially your grenade will be buffed at that point, which is very nice. So again, you'll shoulder charge in, drop a grenade, and do extra damage. And yeah, it's just very, very fun. Fragments, I'm rocking Ember of Resolve. Solar Grenade, Final Blows cure you. So again, while your Soul Invictus will heal you, sometimes after you shoulder charge, you'll get carried past where the enemies are, or you won't be in your sunspot. So at that point, you're going to want to drop a grenade on your feet if you're in the midst of a bunch of enemies. Try to get a kill with it, and then it'll cure you, so you'll heal there, which is very nice. And then obviously that'll create fire sprites, and then defeating Scorch targets grants melee energy and creates a fire sprite. Again, your grenades are going to scorch, so that helps out very well. You're going to create fire sprites pretty often. Then we've got Ember of Torches, power melee against combatants, make you and your nearby allies radiant. Devil's Ruin with Radiant is absolutely insane and one of my favorite combinations because it melts so fast. So especially against those low TTK SMGs that are dominant right now, it's very, very effective. Finally, the fragment that I'm using is Ember of Eruption. Solar Ignitions have increased area of effect. Bigger the boom, the better. In my personal opinion, I try to cause that big eruption as much as possible. It's such a fun gameplay loop, and I really, really enjoy it. I've been rocking this for a long time. I use it in Trials and Iron Banner and Comp, all kinds of different things. It doesn't work against every team, but when it does work, it's a lot of fun. So it can be successful at the highest level if you play it correctly. As far as my mods go, I am rocking solar targeting, solar siphon, and then stasis siphon as well. I've got double heavy-handed and impact induction, unflinching solar and stasis aim, triple solar weapon surge. So again, if I do create get those armor charges, it is very nice. And then finally, distribution bomber and time dilation. I don't need triple time dilation on this because I feel like I'm generating the orbs enough that I don't have to worry about it. So for that reason, I don't rock the triple like I would in PvE content or other types of content either. Ultimately, like I said, the loop is very fun. You'll see in the gameplay that I have a lot of success just being very aggressive. It's a type of play style that I really enjoy. Sometimes it's borderline reckless. I'm not playing the most cautious game with this build at all. Like there are times where if it wasn't 6v6, I would definitely feel like I wasn't in Iron Banner. I wasn't being cautious enough, like like I would in trials. But again, like I said, even in trials, you're able to use this very, very well, depending on the team. Some teams are going to like to clump up and be very close to each other, and there have been times where I would get a triple kill with a single melee. So for that reason, that's one of the highlights of my PvP gameplay, when I can use one shoulder charge, get a couple kills, and then go from there. It's a very fun gameplay loop that I don't think the other team enjoys most of the time, although I'm having quite a bit of fun. So I just wanted to throw this out there. I know a lot of people are going to want to use well or bubble. I'm actually rocking burning wall for this because you get your super way faster than if you do rock hammer of soul. Just wanted to throw that out there as well. It feels significantly faster, and there are times in 6v6 where I felt like I was either close to or able to get my super twice with this build because of how effective it can be, which is something that doesn't happen these days because of the changes to the supers in PvP. But yeah, that's essentially the build. A little bit of the reasoning behind it. It's pretty simple gameplay loop. Shoulder charge, grenade and or Devil's Ruin, rinse and repeat. You'll get your abilities back crazy fast, way faster than you would think, even if you don't have the best stats. I do have high strength, but low discipline and low intellect, and I'm generating my abilities really, really fast, so that's something to keep in mind as well. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Helps me out tremendously. Obviously, I'm throwing out loads of Destiny 2 content for you guys. I've been really enjoying things since Lightfall. Iron Banner was fun this week. We got Trials next week. We've got another Iron Banner coming soon, and the mid-season PvP changes. Lots of new PvE things as well. Anyway, my name is JoPa. I hope you have a good one, and I'll catch you all later.